friends, it's Emily here again for my monthly check-in with you all. This episode officially commemorates the 1.5-year mark of me sending out these video blogs on a regular basis. I thoroughly enjoy connecting with you all once a month this way, and I love it when I hear back from you about the things that I share. I also think it's really important that I recognize how proud I am of myself for overcoming any limiting beliefs I had about whether or not I could do this consistently and stay the course. I think that sometimes we shy away from acknowledging that it's okay to be proud of yourself. I celebrate the opportunities I have to be proud of myself. As long as you don't wear your pride with any arrogance or bravado, it can be very empowering to celebrate your own accomplishments. In some ways, celebrating yourself is one of the best ways that you can take care of yourself. Which leads me to this month's topic, which is radical self-care. During my 42 years of living with multiple sclerosis, it has been essential that I place a great deal of emphasis on self-care in general. But there are some particular times during the year where the need for self-care escalates to a degree that I have to get pretty radical about it. I'm just coming out of one of those periods, and boy, was it a doozy this time around. It started for me while I was on my trip to Portugal and Spain earlier this spring. In fact, I even noted in one of my recent video blogs that I had a day while I was on that trip that I literally had to shut things down completely and just rest. The spring to summer seasonal adjustment is always the toughest time of year for me from an energy standpoint. This year, it was one of the most challenging ever because of the crazy fluctuations in the weather. In fact, during this year's transition, I found myself sleeping 14 to 15 hours a day. If you didn't know any better, you would have sworn I was a house cat. I was mentioning this to my bike coach about how often I sleep during this time, and he commented by saying that there was no way he could find enough time to sleep that much in one day. For me, there's no other option. In addition to getting a good night's sleep, I usually need to take a good solid 2 to 3 hour nap each day, sometimes even more than once a day. Trying to get things done during this period is very challenging. There have been times in the past when I didn't surrender into this need for rest, and I tried to push through. The price I paid at first was steep. I wound up exhausted and depleted. But over time, I've learned that this transitional time is more like a hibernation period, and by getting my rest, I can emerge on the other side stronger and ready for what lies ahead. Through the year, there is way more than just sleep that keeps me on the positive side of the self-care curve. Ongoing chiropractic care, exercise, massage, proper nutrition, massage, they are all part of my year-round program. I've even learned to accept that some things that I don't like are an important part of my self-care routine. For example, I don't really like the process of cupping therapy. It pinches my skin and leaves giant hickeys all over my body, but it does help relieve pain and inflammation. It also increases blood flow and promotes relaxation and a feeling of overall well-being. I'll probably never like the process of cupping therapy, but I've learned to live with it. Meditation, on the other hand, I've actually learned to love meditation. For years, my yoga teachers and my coach tried to get me to meditate on a regular basis, but I never got into a groove with it. That is until about a year ago when I started having some problems with my eyes, and I had to use a heated eye mask on a daily basis. For some reason, when I combined my time using the heated eye mask with listening to a guided meditation, I found a sweet spot that really worked for me. I've been meditating on a daily basis for about a year now, and it's really made a big impact on my overall self-care regimen. So what I'm getting to here, friends, is that self-care may look different for each and every one of you, but the need to prioritize it is the same for all of us. There will be times that a little self-care is enough, and there will be times when you need to be a bit more radical about it. Just stay the course and make sure you listen to your body, and you'll always be okay. Now that I'm on the other side of my seasonal transition, I've got some really exciting things in the works. For example, next month, I'm leading a workshop for an organization called Dress for Success that works to help inspire and assist women in need of support who are transitioning into the workforce. And stay tuned for a big announcement in the near future about how I'm going to be sharing my story of living with MS in the biggest way ever. I am so excited. Well, that's it for this month. I hope you all make some time for some radical self-care in the days ahead. Cheers to you all. Oh, and lastly, a belated shout out to my favorite and only sister-in-law, Sarah, who saw me struggling with my email marketing list and helped me out immensely. Thank you. Ciao, ciao for now.